This latest tariff threat is also a serious concern in Alberta. Well, energy is our largest export to the United States. Alberta beef and dairy producers are also potentially at risk.
They're charging us over 200% for dairy products, 250%, 270% tariff.
Verifying facts Trump's assertions that Canadian dairy imports are subject to 300% tariffs. Within 48 hours, more than 200 containers of nearly $3 billion worth of American cheese was completely rejected by Canada and returned to their home nation like heaps of trash. Every ton of U.S. cheese was immediately rendered commercial waste, unsellable, uncompetitive, and impossible to traverse borders when Ottawa imposed a 300% tariff. Suddenly, hundreds of tons of cheese that had previously been extracted from foreign store shelves are currently overflowing the domestic market in the United States, hit with cheap labels. In actuality, however, their outdated inventory is almost out of date and was previously turned down by the global market. Desperate farmers in Wisconsin are throwing milk down the toilet. An all-out price battle is going on at Walmart, Target, and other large retailers. As if nothing had happened, the White House is still utterly silent. This goes beyond simple tariff retaliation. The fact that U.S. consumers have unwittingly turned into the last destination for goods that the rest of the world doesn't want is a slap in the face to American farmers. Furthermore, this problem is just getting started. In the video for today, Deep State reveals the Mark Carney delivered the hefty hit. To ensure you don't miss any of our most recent updates, don't forget to hit subscribe and enable notifications. From the perspective of a political economist, Canada's takedown went beyond a simple tariff campaign. The U.S. dairy supply chain was left reeling after this vicious campaign. Canada's dairy industry has been run under a supply management system since the 1960s, using tariffs and quotas to regulate imports, domestic production, and prices. Only 3.6% of Canada's dairy market could be exported from the U.S. without incurring significant charges under the USMCA agreement. However, Canada quickly activated the penalty tariff switch after that cap was crossed, imposing a 300% fee on milk, cheese, and butter that were judged to be in violation. When the United States increased cheese exports beyond its permitted quota in July 2025, the drama erupted. In response, Canada immediately lowered TRQ allocations and imposed an absurdly high 300% tariff, according to its strong protectionist policies. As a result, hundreds of containers containing milk, cheese, and butter were stopped at the border, refused entry, and had to be sent back to the United States. The majority of these containers contained aging inventory close to expired items, some of which had already been rejected by other international marketplaces. This is astounding. U.S. Customs has confirmed that a large number of these shipments, including specialty American and Italian-style cheeses, were refused without providing a clear rationale. Previously exported goods are now referred to as commercial waste. A study by the International Dairy Foods Association claims that above quota tariffs can amount to about 300%, resulting in a tens of millions of dollar loss for each container.